Hey loves, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's all tea, all shade Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 12, episode 11 review. But before I begin, I want to say thank you to everyone who checked out my Love and Marriage DC interview with Ashley Brittany. The show will air next month on May 14th. You do not want to miss it. Of course, I'll be doing reviews. This Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I will also be interviewing Love and Marriage DC reality stars Irena and Jamie Tyler. You do not want to miss this interview. It was so good speaking to the Tylers, and I cannot wait to see them on Love and Marriage DC. So make sure you mark your calendars. I also want to give you guys a heads up that next month I will be on vacation for a week. I will pre-record videos for you guys, but I won't be doing, of course, reviews on, whatever show comes on, on whatever nights or whatever. But I will have spill the tea and behind the scenes tea videos loaded up for you all. I will let you know when it gets close to the date when exactly I'll be going out of town. But anywho, let's get into tonight's review of Real Housewives of New Jersey, because tonight's episode was lit. So we start off the episode with Frank Catania moving into the house with Dolores and the kids. And everybody's so excited to have Frank there. I don't really know how the daughter felt. She kind of was giving the whole situation a side eye. He got to sleep in the room with her chinchilla or whatever the hell that animal was. Then we see Dolores and Frank talking, and she brings up the Nashville trip and says how she set up this beautiful mansion for everybody to stay in while they're there. And I was like, this is a recipe for disaster. Of course, that idea came about for everybody to stay in the house. Of course, that was probably something that the producers cooked up, because they help plan the trip with whoever the girl is that's chosen that year to pick out the trip of where they're going to go. So then we see Teresa and the girls moving out of their home. It was bittersweet. They reminisce. Teresa gets choked up again. You can tell the girls were a little forlorn about leaving. As they're on their way to the new house, Melissa calls to check on them and see how the move was going and to talk about the Nashville trip. And Teresa brings up Margaret and says how she can't stand her and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, you are so pressed like a panini child. If none of this stuff is true, why are you still going so hard about it? You're making the situation worse than what it is. But then I also have to remember that Teresa is doing her job. She knows that she got to kick shit up. She's producing herself. She knows that this will get ratings. So she's doing what she got to do to make sure that this show continues to succeed. Because in real life, she wouldn't continue to harp on this like she is. So they get to the new house, and the new house, I must say, is a big step up from the last house. That last house, it was a nice size, of course, and everything, but the interior was so outdated. Like the marble and everything was just brown and just prehistoric looking. I just did not like it. But the new house had some new renovations. I really loved that black and gold stove in their kitchen. I was obsessed with it. She shows her and Louis show the girls their room. Louis has a son that will be living with them as well. His 20-year-old son lives with his mom. So, Gia was like, it's going to take a little adjusting, but, she's just more so happy that her mom is so happy and in love. And that's pretty much all she cares about. My thoughts on this. I think that it's too soon to be merging households and all of this type of stuff. And it's just too much too soon. And like I said, you got daughters and you ain't even been with this man long enough. You don't know his son for real like that. The son could be a weirdo. Not saying he is, but you just never know with folks. It's just, that's just moving too fast for me. But she like it. I love it. So then Louis surprises Teresa and he takes her and the girls outside and he shows her where he had, the concrete, how they put the concrete down or whatever, and you can write stuff in it. So he had somebody professionally write always together in Italian, and that's something that, you know, is in remembrance of her mom and dad. So of course she gets choked up, and it was a very, very beautiful, sweet gesture. Like I said, you know, Louis is a cool dude from what I'm seeing on the show. He seems like he's very romantic. He seems like he could be a love bomber. Like, you got to keep your eye on him. But so far, I'm not really concerned with him. Now, I am concerned about the things that his exes have said about him. And, you know, that little comment he made that if he don't teach her, she'll never learn about, you know, when to shut her mouth, basically. So, I don't know about Mr. Louis. We're going to keep our eye on him. But as far as I'm concerned, if he do turn out to be a dickhead, Teresa getting exactly what she wanted. So, deal with it. So, then we see all the couples and everybody preparing for the Nashville trip. Marge talks to Joe about how shocked she is about how mean Teresa has been to her. And I was like, have you not been filming with this lady for the past 5 or 6 years? Like, have you not met Teresa? Like, this is what she does. You're just on the receiving end of it now, fully, where she's not trying to hide behind, you know, other people to do her dirty work. So Teresa talks to Louis about the whole Margaret situation, and she was like, I thought Margaret was my friend. I was like, was Margaret your friend when you told Danielle to pull her hair? Girl, Teresa is such a fucking liar. She is such a fucking liar and a pretender and a faker. You know damn well you don't give a fuck about Margaret. I feel like she feels some type of way about Margaret also because Margaret has become basically the number 2 on the show. You know what I'm saying? You know, viewers kind of put Margaret in the sense of like a Caroline, and I don't think that she likes that Margaret has become a fan favorite, a viewer's favorite, and she don't like that because Teresa is so used to being the queen bee of that show. So I think that it's a mixture of that and the fact that she had the audacity in Teresa's mindset to bring up questions about what we all were seeing on social media about Louis. It would have been fake if nobody brought the shit up. That wouldn't have been realistic. So somebody was gonna have to bring the shit up. It just so happened to be Marge that did it. I do feel like for a brief minute there, she was going a little bit too hard. Like, but after that, she left it the fuck alone. She left it the fuck alone. And it's been Teresa that's been carrying the fucking bone after that. So Jackie tells Evan that, you know, she don't really want to get involved in that whole situation. You know, Margaret is her best friend and she loves her and she wants to have her back. But she also has to think about her health because, you know, arguing with Teresa and getting into it with Teresa last season really flared up her anorexia, and, you know, she's trying to get better because, you know, stress makes her really not want to eat. So I understand the hard place that Jackie is in, you know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for Jackie in a sense. Margaret and everybody arrive at the airport to go on a trip, and she actually speaks to Teresa, trying to be a cordial, the adult about the situation. I don't remember if Teresa spoke back to her or not. They get to the house, beautiful home. Wait till y'all see the house that I got for my trip. Oh, it is everything. Wait till y'all see it. It's better than the house that I got for my 40th birthday. Oh, it's killing it. It's shitting on that house. Wait till y'all see this new house. But anyway, so the girls get to the house, and Teresa off rip asks for the master bedroom because her and Louis are in love and all of this stuff. I'm like, girl, don't nobody give a fuck about y'all being in love. The fuck? But they eventually let her have the goddamn master bedroom, because, you know, Teresa get her way and don't nobody feel like arguing with her all night about semantics. Teresa then asked Jackie why didn't she really talk to her at the baseball game. She felt like, you know, she was being kind of standoffish towards her. And we all know the reasons why, because, you know, you going at my best friend, bitch. I'm not going to be all up in your face. So then Teresa gonna say, you claim to be smart, right? You're smart, right? You claim to be smart, right? And Jackie was like, I don't claim to be, I am. I was like, you better tell her, Jackie. And Teresa was saying you claim to be smart because she was basically saying that this whole thing with Margaret is black and white, and how can you not see that she's wrong and this, that, and the third. So Teresa then takes it up a notch and accuses Margaret of talking to bloggers. Now, when I went on Twitter before I started filming tonight, I saw that somebody said that whoever this blogger is that was bringing up all this tea about Louis was actually at Margaret's mom's party. Now, Teresa wasn't there unless somebody told her he was there. I don't know who this blogger is, so I don't know if this is true or not. If that, in fact, is true, then, yeah, Margaret, that's whack as hell, because while you're inviting this man, it's going to make it look crazy, even if you're not guilty. So what's the tea with that? But I don't have any concrete proof about that, but I did want to throw that out there. So Jackie was like, girl, now you coming up with conspiracy theories. You could do that on your own. I'm not participating. So, of course, Jackie then went and told Margaret what Teresa said. And Margaret was like, she's a fucking nutcase. Margaret is tired of fucking Teresa. So then we see Teresa and Louis in their room unpacking, and Louis was like, you know, she know what she doing, talking about Margaret. And I'm like, Louis, if you don't sit your little sawed off Luigi looking ass the fuck down, sir, you got better things to be concerned about. Margaret then tells Joe that she's basically pissed off because, like, now you taking it to a whole nother level, accusing me of talking to bloggers and shit. Like, girls, have several. So then everybody goes out to this little Nashville spot where they can ride bulls and whatnot. And they ride the bulls and everybody have a good time. And then they sit down to have dinner. And they talk about their plans for the following day. And the guys say they're going to take another boat ride or whatever, just the guys. And then Melissa was like, I want all the girls to go to a studio, a recording studio, and record a song. Teresa was like, you know, I ain't really into all that little singing thing, but whatever. Margaret, however, is really hype about it. She was like, you know, to Melissa, I'll be your Diana Ross. Like, you know, she was super excited. Here go Teresa rolling her eyes because Margaret is not fazed by her and ain't paying her no motherfucking attention. And she gonna say, you can go do that singing thing with her. I don't want to go, to Melissa. And I would have been like, okay, if all the cast members start basically not rewarding and putting up with Teresa's fuck ass behavior, she would have no choice but to shape the fuck up. Because if nobody is willing to film with you, then you're iced out. Period. So when she get this doing this dumb shit, everybody at the table, all the girls should have been like, okay, well, you just not gonna go then. Period. Like, ain't nobody putting a gun to your head. Make her look stupid. Make her look fucking stupid. Because in this case, Margaret didn't do nothing to that lady. She didn't say nothing to her. And Teresa had just been fucking with this girl. Fucking with her. Now, mind you, Margaret don't even say nothing back to her. Margaret was like, not gonna even engage. It is what it is. So then, I forgot who asked. I think it was Melissa that asked Margaret, how does she know Tracy? Tracy is the one that hooked Dolores up with the house. And she was like, you know, I know everybody. And so Melissa and some other people at the table was like, yeah, Margaret know everybody everywhere. Of course, this pissed Teresa off because she don't like the fact that, you know, Margaret got clout out here in these streets. You know, motherfuckers know her name. So here she goes, starting with Margaret again. And accuses her of talking to bloggers. And this is when Margaret engaged. And Teresa was like, you're talking to people in his past. I'm sure you inserted yourself. Now, she don't got no proof. She just going off of whatever dumb shit she done came up in her fucking pea-brain mind. I wouldn't even argue with her because, bitch, you have no proof. You're saying maybe and probably. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, ma'am. So have several. Margaret was like, how would I know anything about Louis? Teresa gonna say, maybe somebody from his past contacted you. All these maybes. Like, what are you doing? You look stupid. And people fall for this shit every time. Teresa was looking to have a moment for television. That is what she was trying to do. And secondly, she don't like Margaret. She hasn't liked Margaret in the last few seasons. That's obvious. So this was her moment to finally be able to do something to Margaret herself instead of hiding behind Jennifer or Danielle. So Margaret was like, I'm not contacting bloggers. Don't spread rumors, Teresa. Teresa was like, if it wasn't for you, these rumors wouldn't be out. And Margaret was like, you are a sick, disgusting liar. And Teresa, of course, shit didn't calculate in her brain right off rip. You know, Teresa be having delayed reaction. her brain be like beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop when it's trying to calculate some shit, because she be sitting there looking like she hooked on phonics for a second, and then when it calculated in her mind that she was just called a sick, disgusting liar, she decides to act like a fucking toddler and push everything across the table. Some of it flew on her side of the table. The other part of it flew all over Margaret's white dress. Let me tell you something. Margaret a better bitch to me, because I would have leaped across that table and dogged walked Teresa. Dogged walk her ass. I don't give a flying fuck, because somebody need to whoop Teresa ass, because Teresa is not about that life for real, for real, for real. She really, truly is not. She plays up this shit for fucking television, because anybody that watched the Ultimate Housewives trip, Teresa ass was motherfucking mute. She didn't want no smoke with nobody. She was being on her best behavior. She did not turn up for real on nobody, because she know that these black girls ain't gonna play with her like that. They'll really fight your ass. So they need to put somebody on this show that will really go heads up with her ass, because ain't no motherfucking way, bitch, you gonna pour all this shit on me and I don't whoop your ass. I don't give a fuck about Louis. I don't give a fuck about your brother. I don't give a fuck about your sister-in-law. Bitch, we fighting before the night is over. We fighting, bitch, because you got me fucked up. Not only did you have my hair pulled a few seasons ago and lied about the shit, and then come to find out you put Danielle up to do it, now you gonna have drinks poured on me, bitch? Oh, nah, bitch, we going outside and we boxing, because you got like fucked up. So Teresa talking about some bitch, fuck you, she's fucking disgusting. Margaret was like, luckily you're still not on probation. I mean parole, baby. That did it. That really got Teresa amped up. You know, anytime somebody bring up that jail stint, that bitch turned into the Incredible Hulk. She don't know what the fuck to do with herself. That be that gimme gotcha for that ass. So Teresa's like, fuck you, you fucking whore, white trash, disgusting bitch. I'm like, she's the white trash, but you the one up in here throwing shit and cursing and all of this stuff in front of everybody, acting like a complete New Jersey fool, but she's the white trash. Okay, girl, all right. So Frank in his confessional was like, listen, Margaret hasn't gone after Teresa or Louis. It was Teresa going after Margaret, and everybody knows it and everybody sees it. Like, have the fuck several. Now, I've heard that at this reunion, it was intense. It was crazy. Everybody is going at it. So I'm super excited for the reunion. Joe, Gorga, Louis, and Melissa followed Teresa down the steps to the second floor of the restaurant bar. They're trying to calm her the fuck down while she's steady talking shit. Dolores then is over with Margaret and the other girls upstairs, and she says that, you know, I came with them, so I'm gonna leave with them. What? Girl, Dolores blows me. Dolores fucking blows me. Like, get her ass off the show. Get her ass off the fucking show, because she gets on my fucking nerves. Because at this point, you cannot continue to defend Teresa. You cannot continue to defend her ass. You've been doing the same shit since you came on the fucking show, and it is fucking tired and old. Like, are you that scared of this bitch being mad at you? Like, what the fuck? Are you claim to be so tough, but you are so scared of Teresa ass that you can't say, nah, sis, you was wrong as shit for that. You was wrong. That girl didn't deserve that. She didn't provoke that. You started that shit and you're wrong. I came with them, I'm leaving with them. Bitch, what? We all going back to the same place. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? And so Margaret was like, you know, if you leave, I'm gonna be upset, and I would be upset too. Like, you supposed to be one of my best friends, but you gonna leave with the bitch that literally just assaulted me 5 seconds ago for no fucking reason. And Jackie in her confessional was like, Dolores will defend Teresa no matter what she does, but when it comes to having her other friends back, she is nowhere to be found. And that is the God's honest truth. And Dolores can get mad if she want to, but that shit is facts. She is not there for the other cast members that she is supposed to be close with, like she is with Teresa. And it's okay to still be friends with somebody, but let them know you're fucking wrong. And if they can't accept, you know, criticisms or critiques, then they ain't your fucking friends. Dolores need to get her fucking head out of Teresa's vagina and man the fuck up. The fuck is wrong with you? So Frank reminds Dolores that, hey, we're the host, you don't need to be leaving. And then it took for Frank to say that for her to be like, oh yeah, you're right. Girl, fuck off, Dolores. Then Margaret was like, she's a thug and an animal. Teresa was like, I'm gonna beat her motherfucking ass. So she go back up the steps acting like she about to do something, but really all she does is call her disgusting again. I'm like, Teresa, you and them yeast infection jeans, go sit down somewhere. So Jennifer says that, you know, she doesn't agree with what Teresa did, but she needs to go check on her friend. And so when they leave, she leaves as well. Girl, they so fucking fugazi. Ugh, whatever. So when they get in the van to go back to the house, Louis asks Teresa, like, why did you do that? Like, even he was confused as to, like, why you go that hard. He not realizing that this bitch did it for a television moment. Like, she did this for a television moment. In real life, she wouldn't have taken it that far. But he was confused, and you can tell he did not like that shit, and then he was fucking embarrassed by her fucking behavior. Now, this was the time he needed to check her as a fucking man and be like, don't you ever in your motherfucking life do no shit like that around me. Ever. I don't give a fuck about this camera, TV shit. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life pull no shit like that again. Ever. Now that's when he should have checked her ass, because it's ghetto as fuck, and you're a fucking mother, and you about to be my motherfucking wife, and you are a representation of not only yourself and your children, but me as well. And I'll be damned if my fucking future be on television acting a fucking donkey over some bullshit. You was absolutely 100% wrong, and you need to go motherfucking apologize. Now that's what a real man would have motherfucking did, instead of running in behind her. Come on, Louie. Come on, Louie. I'm like, girl, ugh. So Melissa wants to be there for Margaret, of course, but she knows if she didn't leave with Teresa wouldn't have let that shit go, and it would have been World War III. Girl, fuck Teresa. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. Like, all of them need to really do an intervention and be like on some fuck her type shit, because until they do that, she's going to continue to do the fuck shit that she does on this show. Until something happens where she gonna go too far, and that's when she's finally gonna get fucking reprimanded. So Dolores tells Margaret, you know, basically to keep her thoughts to herself when it comes to Louis. Dolores, just because you're a fucking suck ass don't mean nothing. This is a reality show. We're on this show to talk about each other's lives. So no, I'm not gonna not bring up shit just because this bitch gonna get mad, but she can bring up everybody else stuff. Girl, get the fuck out of her. Like, Dolores is childish, and she need to grow the fuck up, and she need to stop being a fucking pussy. So then half the group returned, you know, to the house, and Teresa says that Margaret started with her. Girl, the delusions of grandeur. And she then tells Louis that they going to stay at a hotel. They not staying at the house no more. He looking like, are you fucking kidding me? We about to do this shit. I'm tired. I didn't get to eat. I'm hungry. I'm bewildered. What the fuck is going on? But he went along with it. I bet you though, when they demiked and got at that hotel, he let her ass have it. I bet you he did, because the look on his face was of like, did that shit really just happen? Like, is this lady serious? So Margaret says to the group, you know, if everything was so great, she would not act like this. And that's 100% true, period. And that is on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Teresa knows that this man has had a sordid past. And instead of just saying that and saying, but I'm going to stick beside him, she wants to pretend like everything is just perfect. And that's her fucking downfall. She did it the first time, and now she's doing it again. And she has not learned her lesson from Joe. Louis is nothing but another fucking Joe. And she tried to pretend like they had this perfect marriage and everything is rainbow and butterflies, until the veil came off and we realized and we found out that it was way darker than what we ever suspected. And it's going to be the same thing with Louis, because she has not learned to stop faking and pretending like her life is so motherfucking great and, oh, I'm so happy. And it's not fucking all kittens and rainbows, bitch. And this time it's going to be even worse. You better hope your ass don't go back to jail again, you dummy. So Teresa and Louis leave the house. She got on her pajamas and they head to a hotel, and the episode goes off. Child, like I said, Teresa need her ass kicked for old and new. She really, truly the fuck does. I want them to bring Caroline back. Bring Caroline back so Caroline and Margaret can tag team that ass. I would fucking love it. Love it. because Caroline could cuss you out so good. Yes, ma'am. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and don't forget this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time is my interview with Irena and Jamie Tyler from Love and Marriage DC. Love you guys. Bye.